Valley New Media Soapbox. We have a very special guest today, Pete Snyder. We've had him on, last May, I guess it was the last time we had it on. And we asked him if he was going to run for governor, and he hemmed and hawed, and then, and it didn't give us a straight answer. We're going to get it out of him tonight. No, not really. He didn't do that. But it's really good to have him here this evening. If you're not real familiar with him, Pete has been active in the political world here for the last 10 years or so. He did run for lieutenant governor not too awful long ago. He worked in the Gillespie campaign, from what I understand. And he's been a Fox News contributor, talking about one of his specialties, which is running extremely successful businesses like New Media Strategies, which you may have heard about before. And then Disruptor Capital, which he started in 2012. He lives in Charlottesville, Virginia, and he is, in fact, running for governor of this fine state. And so, again, welcome, Pete, to our show. How you doing?
Hey, Hugh and Cher, great to be with you all and to all of your viewers out there. You are seeing a candidate in the wild. We are in the middle of a snowstorm in central Virginia, and what better time to be with y'all? This is behind the scenes, what it's really like.
There you go. You got to do what you got to do. All right, you don't have Willie and Waylon with you?
The outlaws are not in the Jeep. They are at home, probably hanging out by a fire in their pens, or can't. I'm sure they're excited to get out there in the snow. The outlaws love to run around and do a little sledding, or more like sliding.
Oh, well, I was hoping to see a long sit stay that you've been practicing from all the.
I've tried, Cher. You're gonna. Hey, outlaws will be outlaws. Those two are wild. They live up to their names, and the sheriff Cher is going to have to come in and whip them into shape soon.
Well, you must not forget that they are terriers, and they're well known for doing those kinds of things.
Absolutely, we're all disruptors. What can we say?
Right.
There you go. Well, listen, the last time we talked, it was mainly about the Virginia 30-day fund, and so I thought a good way to start would be to have you update us on that and see what's going on. Is it still called a 30-day fund, or is it a 190-day fund or something else now? What is it?
I know, Hugh, when you are dumb enough to name your nonprofit the Virginia 30-day fund, you only think you're going to be around for 30, I don't know, maybe 45 days or so. I mean, whatever happened to this 15 days and we'll flatten the curve thing. It's been 11 months since then. I am proud to say that, unfortunately, people still need help, but we have stuck around to help them through it. And I think we probably funded about 200 companies all around Virginia. When we talked to you in May, that number is now knocking on the door of 1,000 small businesses.
Wow.
That we have helped save all around Virginia. But also, we Virginians like to lead. So we open sourced what we did with the 30-day fund so that other states could participate if they wanted to help out. My friend Sarah Sanders called me up not too long after I was on Soapbox last time. She said, Pete, I love what you're doing in Virginia. Can I do it in my home state of Arkansas? And Sarah just did a bang-up job, helped hundreds of companies in Arkansas. We have Mississippi follow suit, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia. And then also, if your viewers have ever heard of a guy by the name of Dave Portnoy, and the founder of Barstool Sports. He's on Tucker Carlson a lot. He went on Tucker, and 2 weeks before Christmas said he was going to put his money where his mouth is and start a fund to help small business. He did that night, got flooded with applications, flooded with money. 12 hours later, his parent company called us up and said, hey, look, Pete, you don't know us, but we've been watching what y'all have been doing. No one's doing it better in the country, and asked us to partner. And we said, of course. So the Barstool Fund runs through Virginia 30-day fund. They're great partners of ours. Combined, we have raised $45 million to help small business in the past 11 months. A lot has happened since I've seen you last, and every single nickel of that goes to the people in need. We're a zero overhead operation. My wife and I cover the costs of all of the overhead. And, you know, it's unfortunate that this is still going on. But the great thing is Americans are good, Virginians are good and generous, and we're doing everything we can still do to help people out.
And I know you'll mention this probably later and at the end perhaps, and we'll post it on our website. Where do people go to either donate or to find out who have a small business that might need some help?
Absolutely. You can go to va30dayfund.com, va30dayfund.com, or you can go to barstoolfund.com, check either site. Both funds are helping out small businesses in need, and we want to just do anything and everything we can to help these hardworking heroes get through this time.
Okay, thanks for doing that. I'm a small businessman too, and man, that just that can make all the difference in the world to know that there's people out there that really care and that are willing to help you out when you need it. Right,
Yeah,
Hugh?
as am I.
Well, Hugh, I know both of you are small business owners. We all got to stick up for each other, have each other's back, and there's been such an amazing community all across Virginia, all across the country during this pandemic, and we're looking out for each other. Oftentimes, government doesn't look out for us. We got to look out for each other. That's a true community.
And yeah, I'm a big Sarah Sanders fan, by the way. Glad to hear she's running for governor too.
She is, and she's going to make an amazing governor. I can't wait.
Yep.
She'll do well. Yep, she'll do well. Okay, we ready to talk politics?
Dive in. I thought that was the segue, right? We already rolled. Let's do it, Cher.
Okay. So when did you announce, Pete? I can't remember. When did you announce that you?
Sure, I announced 3 weeks ago. It's been a fantastic 3 weeks on the campaign trail. Had a terrific rollout, and the great thing is just we're able to travel our beautiful Commonwealth, even in the middle of snowstorms, and we are picking up support in every single corner of Virginia. And Cher and Hugh, you've been around the block. You understand some of the fissures in our party. We are bringing people from every wing of the party together. Hatfields and McCoys working together, uniting and bringing our party together. We're going to win this nomination. We're going to win in November of this year.
That's what we need. We need unity, something that's hard to come by with what's in Richmond now.
Yeah. Well, listen, what's the most important problems facing Virginia right now?
Sure. My view of the world, and I think this is fairly accurate, is we are in a horrific mess right now in Virginia. We really are. We've been faced with the worst crisis that Virginia has seen in over 100 years, and our leaders have done little to nothing to help us out. I mean, just take a look at, when this thing was first going on, testing was hard to come by. Virginia was near bottom of the barrel there. The horrific and ham-handed shutdowns by Ralph Northam and his executive orders have destroyed small businesses in every single community of Virginia. Up until a couple of days ago, for those who want to receive the vaccine, it was near impossible. We were 50th out of 50 states. It's unbelievable. Our sisters across the border in West Virginia, they were #1 in the nation. Why is that? Well, they have a business-minded, no-nonsense governor who actually had a plan. Our governor, what did he do? Seriously, what did he do? Last year, when our president said, hey, look, we're Americans, and you know what? We're going to have a vaccine within a year. We're going to get to it. Ralph Northam repeatedly said, there the president goes again. Donald Trump lies. There's no way, in my medical opinion, that we can have a vaccine in a year. So get this. He bet against American ingenuity and sat on his hands and did nothing. And Virginians are dying and in the hospital because of it. It's wrong. And most importantly, is we are nearly a year into this mess. And in the vast majority of Virginia, our schools still remain closed. They're locking out the teachers. They're locking out students. We're losing a generation of students. F's are going through the roof. Teen suicides and alcohol abuse among teens are at all-time highs. It's wrong, and it's putting our parents in impossible situations. We need to open our schools, and we need to open them now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I have a question for you, Pete. If you could share with us I'm concerned, first of all, about the integrity of voting, and many of us do feel that the 2020 election was far from fair, and they're still trying to figure out all of the irregularities. But I'd like to know what your thoughts are about, in addition to wanting to get voter ID back that we had taken away from us. What about electoral security, and specifically the Dominion machines? Are any of them still here? Did we ever get any information off them that we could use as part of our case that we know that there was fraud?
And I will tell you, Governor of Virginia, if my campaign does not have the most extensive, the most expansive, and probably the most expensive ballot integrity and voter security operation hardwired into our campaign that's ever been seen in the history of statewide elections in Virginia. That's a fact, and we are building it today. Ken Cuccinelli, my campaign co-chair, actually is in charge of our ballot integrity and electoral security operation. I can't think of a better Virginian or a better American to be in charge of something like that than Ken Cuccinelli. I'm thrilled to have his endorsement. He's a co-chair of my campaign, and he's going to be watching this one like a hawk. And let's just talk honestly as Republicans, right? Because if we're going to have an honest conversation, I think we need to level with each other of, we haven't paid attention to this as much as we should have over the years. We really haven't.
Right.
We all go to unit meetings, and we know that we don't meet in August because, well, it's summer, right? We don't meet in August. So you show up to the, your county Republican unit meeting in September, and you're listening to hear someone talk, and a clipboard comes around and it has a piece of paper and it has all the different precincts on who wants to sign up to be inside or outside or watchers or observers. And, it might have 150 precincts if you're in a big unit. Guess what? Maybe 12 or 20 are signed up for by the end of the meeting. And then what happens? Well, you go to the October meeting, same clipboard, same ratty piece of paper. And maybe this time, because people are feeling extra motivated, 25 people sign up. So let me get this straight. We go into most elections, and I'm making generalities here, but in a lot of the bigger counties and bigger units, we are leaving a goalie out of the net on 2/3 or more of the precincts that we have in particular counties. That is wrong. That is a pathway to losing. We need to man our polling places and our precincts much, much better. We are going to have a buttoned up operation in the Pete for Governor campaign, unlike we've ever seen before in Virginia. And this is a cultural shift that we need to make as Republicans. And it also goes much beyond that to the fact that, we always gear up for Election Day. Y'all, we don't have Election Day anymore. We have election season, which
Right.
starts after Labor Day.
Yeah.
And we've been winning Election Day. We Republicans win Election Day, but guess what? We lose in every other corner of the absentees and the early, voting, mail-in ballots. I'm sorry, you got to culturally change.
Well,
When I see that Democrats, independents, and Republicans have an all-time low in their trust of the electoral system, all across. So whether you're a Democrat, independent, Republican, all-time low in the system. Guess what? If I'm governor, that's my problem. That is my problem, and I will fix it because I'm going to bring with me a Republican majority, and we're going to make sure that Virginia leads the nation in having the best, fairest, and most transparent ballot integrity, electoral. I mean, Florida was the butt of jokes for 2 months because everyone was looking at a hanging Chad. Guess what they did after they got out of that debacle? They marched down to Tallahassee. They remade their laws. We don't hear about election problems in Florida anymore, period.
Right.
That's what we got to do. That's what I will do as your next governor.
Yep.
Well, I'm thrilled that you have Ken Cuccinelli on your team. I am. So
I am
he'll
too.
do
I
a
think,
good job in that department. I know he will.
yeah. Yeah, I think part of that, there's so many things that need to be fixed in the election. I think that the redistricting amendment passing will help some of that, to be honest with you. I was glad to see that. But let me ask you a question. Are you, the last time we talked, you were talking about how, and we were trying to guess what was going to happen after coronavirus. You said you're an optimist. And so you were looking forward to it within a few months of coming out of that. A year later, are you still an optimist?
Of course I am. Look, I am a pessimist about what I see in Richmond. I am a pessimist about what we've seen out of our leaders in Richmond and our governor, who really has failed us at every single level. And he has a bunch of extremists around him that if you looked at, and I'm taking a quote from a Democratic state senator, he said, if you looked at our agenda and our priorities, you would never know that we're in the middle of a pandemic and a crisis. They're focused on the craziest, wackiest things,
Yeah.
and they're not focused on the basics. Opening up our schools, saving the backbone of our economy and the heartbeat of our community and small business, or actually restoring the rights of law-abiding citizens for a change. That's what I'm going to focus on when I'm the next governor of Virginia, period. I know we're in a crisis, and in a crisis, you keep the main thing the main thing. When times are good, you can make 200 campaign promises. You can have 50 policy papers about whatever. Who cares? The basics of government have broken down over this past year. I'm going to fix them and help Virginia lead again.
Yeah, I was real upset by the way that the governor during the beginning phases of the crisis was sneaking, all this stuff was coming through and nobody was talking about it. I'm talking about legislation, all kinds of very radical legislation, and nobody was paying attention because most normal people were worried about the virus and what was happening there. So yes,
It's crazy. These people absolutely haven't been focused on the right thing. They're focused more on partisan politics and partisan agendas than actually doing the basics, the very basics of our job. We have a constitutional responsibility to educate our children. But these extremists and Ralph Northam and Terry McAuliffe are more interested in placating the liberal teachers unions. It's wrong, and we're losing a generation of children because of it.
This could really hurt. This single year out like this could make a big difference, and especially children who don't have the background to go home to. That people who have really strong families can go home and work on their education. The ones who don't, man, this is hurting them a lot.
Oh, Hugh, the disadvantaged are being the gulf between have and have-nots are getting wider, and it's wrong. And the Democrats who claim to try to talk about and say that they're trying to take it, help the disadvantaged. This is destroying many people, millions of people in Virginia. It's destroying education. It's destroying our next generation of children if we don't act quickly, and that's why we're acting right now.
Good.
Pete, how many are in the governor's race, Republicans right now today?
Oh, Cher, I can't keep. I don't know. It's 6, 7. I mean, hey, this is America, and I think it's a wonderful thing that people are excited and they want to show leadership, and I think it's great. So I like competition. I think competition makes us stronger. I'm running for governor. I'm not running against any of our Republicans. There's a lot of good people there, and we'll have a battle of wills and a battle of policy and a battle of leadership. And, I feel very good about where we stand.
Well, listen, Pete, as is our tradition, of course, we like to give you the last couple minutes so that you can climb up on the soapbox and say your thing. So we'll start it are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's rip.
Okay. in that case, we'll go ahead and we'll start it right now. It's yours.
All right, I got to tell you, it has been an absolute blast over the past 3 weeks, meeting so many Virginians, here, listening to folks, and I have a simple message for you. Change is coming, and it's coming this year. And don't give up hope. Keep your faith. The pendulum is swinging back. And I got to tell you, the Democrats, the extremists in Washington, the extremists in Richmond, it's going to be over soon. It's going to be over. We're going to open up our schools, and we're going to open up them right away. We're going to save the backbone of our economy and small business, and we're going to help restore the rights for a change of law-abiding citizens. You know, if there was ever a poster child for our Second Amendment, it was last year. We had a mob for the better part of 4 to 6 weeks running our capital city. My wife and I had a personal experience there. That on the second night of rioting, we own a small share in a small business downtown in Richmond. 2 bricks came through the plate glass window. A bunch of woke kids stormed through a plate glass window, went and robbed and looted nearly every piece of merchandise in our showroom. What was left over was covered in blood. And there wasn't a police officer to be seen. And you know what? It wasn't their fault, because the mayor told them to stand down. When I'm governor, that will never happen on my watch. We're going to respect our brave men and women in blue. We are going to fully fund them. We're going to give them the respect and the training and the equipment and the pay that they so greatly deserve for putting their lives on the line. And we're going to make sure that we restore your rights, your Second Amendment rights, your First Amendment rights, the cancel culture we're going to have on the run. I'm sorry, we're not going to tolerate that in Virginia. And change is coming. Please join our fight. Go to PeteSnyder.com. Please sign up to be a delegate for me on May 1st. Would love the opportunity to earn your support. And Cher, I don't think you've asked, but guess what? The pig rig's coming back, and even Ralph Northam's health inspector stormtroopers aren't going to be able to stop the pig rig. We are doing outdoor dining. Great Virginia barbecue is coming y'all's way. So look out for the pig rig. Sign up to be a delegate. And God bless y'all. God bless Virginia. And let's win this thing.
I was gonna mention it before you left. I want to know if it's coming to Rockbridge.
Of course it's coming to Rockbridge, Cher McCoy.
Send me a picture of the pig rig. We're going to have to put that up when we post this video.
Absolutely.
Listen, good luck in your campaign.
Pig rig.
Listen, good luck in your campaign, and anything that we can do to help, we'd be glad to. And it's good talking to you, and hopefully it won't be hopefully the next time we talk, it will not be under these type of circumstances. I would love to see things change.
Amen to that, Hugh. Cher, Hugh, thank you for letting me be on your powerful platform. And again, I hope to earn both y'all's support. Would love to have you with me. Let's win this year.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Pete. Talk
Bye.
to you soon.